Hello. Good to see everybody, and I'm glad you all made it. I'm glad to see such a good crowd out there. This last week, things have been getting pretty out of hand, and I want to clear up some things for everybody. Now, I'm hoping that everybody would calm down, because I'm going to go ahead and explain the situation properly to everybody. Now, there have been a lot of crazy people out there, and I don't mean you people here because you are my faithful followers. It's more the people on the other side of town. Now, I do understand that many people have been very unhappy with the way that this vote and election has come down. This is all ridiculous. And I'm here to educate everybody and explain the situation so that we can clear everything up once and for all. I'm going to point out some irrefutable and crystal clear facts so that we can finally put this issue to bed about the election once and all. First of all, our boy, my boy, our people's boy, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, had won this election by getting 2/3 of the votes and by getting an extra 11 million votes, more than his rival. That's 11 million extra votes. Come on, people. Now, many of you have said that this election was a fraud and a sham, and that there were some 40 million odd votes that were somehow not counted properly. In fact, many people have said, how did you count those 40 million votes physically within about 2 hours after the election had ended? Personally, I don't know. I don't have the foggiest idea how they did that. I don't have a clue as to what happened since these 40 million votes were handwritten and had to be hand counted. Who really knows? Maybe they hired some really fast counters, or maybe a team of accountants came in that were brought in. You know, those people are really fast. They can count things really, really well. But look here, the real point about the counting and the counting of the votes is this, and I want you to really listen up and listen good, because I'm only going to make this point once, so please listen very carefully. I do not know how they counted the 40 million votes in 2 hours. Nobody told me, and that information has not gotten to me. Maybe they will report it to me in the future, but I don't know. I don't know also where Mahmoud got the extra 11 million votes, and I don't know how those were counted. Frankly, I really don't know if they were counted at all,
11 million votes,
where they were counted, or what really happened.
There is a margin of 100,000,
however,
200,000, but
our boy,
1 million maximum,
Mahmoud,
can doubt
and his associates says that he won. His people counted it. I believe it, and that's good enough for me, and that settles it. And if it's good enough for me, then it should be good enough for you and for the rest of the people out there. Because if you say that what is good enough for me is not good enough for you, then you are in a roundabout way saying that you think that you are better than me.
We tell him that
And we know that
are
that's
doing
not the
what
case
we
because I am the
have to do,
supreme
what we're obliged
leader.
to, and we have said what we have
Therefore,
had to say.
if you are saying
I have
that you require proof,
my own life.
when I have already accepted the statement from Ahmadinejad and his associates, based on the
I
fact
have a handicap.
that our boy
body.
and his associates say he won, then that's good enough for me,
And I have
and that is the
little
proof.
good name.
Now, listen up.
But
I have known our
I
boy
put this all on the
Ahmad
line,
for
and
many,
I'm
many
ready
years,
to sacrifice all I have.
and he has
For the
usually
cause of
or
this
always been a
revolution and
straight
this establishment.
shooter
I'm
with
offering
me.
it all to you.
If he or his associates say
We want you, we
that they
beseech you
won
to pray for us.
by 11 million votes, then I believe it, and that settles it.
Everything in this country.
That's
the
good
revolution
enough for me.
belongs to you.
Conclusively
This
refuted
establishment
the
is
arguments
yours.
of the doubters and
You
the
are
skeptics.
Our supporter
Let us move on
will
to
continue
other issues.
the path. With
It
force,
seems
with
that
full
there are
force.
still those people
We ask you
out
to
there
support us with your prayers
who
all along the way.
are not able to grasp the brilliance and the conciseness and the wisdom of my crystal clear logic here. These fools and dissenters
I want
have been
to
protesting in the streets. They are calling for a new election.
address the
This is absurd in light of the fact that
of the Shiites.
we have already explained to these people how this was a fair election. Instead, these fools are having their little brains manipulated and controlled by the Americans, the Brits, and the Jews.
We have had to say.
I don't understand why they are listening to the Americans, the Brits, and the Jews instead of to me. Especially since I have already made such a clear and concise argument and proof
I have a
for why
body.
I am correct and why I believe that Ahmad has won this election.
A little good
Now,
name.
because these fools do not agree with my
I owe
logic
that to you. I
and
put this all
continue
on the line, and I'm ready to sacrifice all
to
I have
disrespect
for the
my
cause of
words,
this revolution
I
and
am
this
now
establishment.
forced to make
I'm
the
offering
following
it all
threat.
to you.
As of tomorrow,
We want you.
anybody
we beseech you
who
to
does
pray
not
for us.
agree with my logic regarding the election and continues to protest and call for a new election, then they shall suffer the following consequences. For those who do not agree with me, we are getting ready to start action. We may have to crack heads, take names, take numbers. We will arrest them. We will club them. We will beat them. We will even shoot them. We will do whatever it takes until they agree with me and see the clearness and conciseness of my logic.
That they're ready to
We will
give
do
their life
whatever it
on the
takes
cause of their leader.
to keep the peace and to conform people to my way and our way of thinking. So remember that this whole problem has absolutely nothing
I have
to do with election
my own
fraud
life.
and not counting the votes properly. That is totally irrelevant. Everything here is the total and complete result of some sort of really weird conspiracy between the Americans, the Brits, and the Jews. It's all their fault. Death to America, death to the Brits, death to the Jews. This is all their fault. Anyhow, very good, very good. It's been a pleasure to see you all, and I am finished. I have made my statement. I have to head back. We shall see you all soon.